Wow, it's kind of quiet here all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Oh, and by the way, don't look at here today. The people are out there. See that? See where it says, see that little eye?
Oh, over there?
No, right there.
Right there.
Oh,
right here.
Yeah, right there. Are you guys right there? We're right here. I'm Tim from Squim, one of the prayer chaplains here at Unity in the Olympics in Port Angeles, Washington, and I'm joined by, I want to say, fellow chaplains and friends and family here at Unity in the Olympics. This is Reverend Emeritus Donna Little and Sandra Blanchard, who's one of our board members and chaplains. And, you know, we do so much around here. We do a lot around here that kind of overlaps because it's kind of a community of unity where we take care of one another.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And be taken care of.
And we are taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, and it starts
mutual
with
support.
It's mutual support. And we start with ourselves. And one of the things I appreciated in my experiences with Reverend Donna is she taught my meditation class. And she did a repeat here when we came out to Unity in the Olympics. Of course, I took my first one with you or meditated with you, I believe, at your house.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, way back in Texas. You know, we're part of that, what they call out here, the Texas contingency, because we get around.
Yeah.
But, you know, originally we're not Texans.
No.
But, you know, I'm not originally Tim from Squim either, or Tim from Texas, or Tim from Alton.
And I was born in Texas, but I didn't stay there long.
Yeah. So today's daily word was quite interesting this morning because it is about that we take care of each other, not only with meditation, but other things. And we do that because it's one of those things we don't think about consciously. It's the nature of who we are. And that's kindness. We are constantly either being or projecting kindness.
Yeah. It's a choice.
It's a choice of your higher heart. Because it is given to you to choose that. Many times I choose other than and realize that kindness probably would have been I want to say, the best process for ease and grace. So what is it? Oh, actually, it is not kindness today. Well, it is about kindness. It's about being free.
Yeah.
Kindness is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we let Sandra read that, or you want to read it?
Well, no, I think Sandra should read it.
Okay.
But I want to talk about it for just a second.
Okay.
How does kindness free you? How does before you even read this, have you read this yet?
I just glanced over real quick just now.
Yeah, but how does kindness free you other than what you saw here?
I certainly don't have to regret anything that was a knee-jerk reaction if I take time to pause and think about kindness.
I used to go to my neighbor's house, and there was this lovely little poem written on the wall about kindness and how freeing it was. But first, you had to start with patience. And it worked its way down the list of, I want to say, those gentle attributes that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever seen the one where it says count to 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the first one is count to 10, take a deep breath in, and realize it's just what's happening now. It's not who they are. The second one is dot, 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 dot. The third one is, and after your 10 breaths, you're pretty much at peace and you're back at rest. And you realize, or you've put enough gap in between it, that whatever it was not to be approached without kindness.
Mm-hmm.
My mother used to say count to 10 before you open your mouth to say anything back.
Yeah.
10's a powerful number, but you know, we'll talk about numbers on a different day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this? Go ahead and read it and see if you got anything to add.
Monday, April the 25th, 2022. Free. I am free to choose kindness. I may not be able to choose the way people communicate with me, but I am always free to choose my reaction to the words and actions of others. No one can make me feel or respond a certain way. This understanding is at the heart of living freely. I am free to be generous and compassionate with others. I am free to give generously of myself. I am even free to walk away. Even if something happens that causes a flash of anger or irritation, I am free to pause, take a breath, and turn within before I respond. My aim always is to share the best of me in all situations with all people. I have complete freedom to give voice to my inner spiritual nature in all that I say and do. I choose to respond with love and kindness, contribute to the needs of the saints, extend hospitality to strangers. Romans 12:13. Should we all say together, wherever we are?
I am free to choose kindness.
And we were talking about some of that, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it's also one of the things that I think we're learning, better late than never, to be generous and compassionate, not only with others, but with ourselves.
Yeah,
And to be kind to ourselves.
true.
Yes.
One of those things that I constantly profess, no matter where I am, is you've got to invest in yourself. That's the first thing you need to invest with.
Yeah.
Loving kindness. You know, if you could just put 10% into you, what you give out in loving kindness, oh my gosh, how much more would you glow?
Yeah.
How much more would you grow out of the experience?
And I have to confess, I don't always do that. You know, I'll start to give myself a lecture.
Yeah. We're human.
Yeah.
We are
So-
human.
so-
We're a spirit having a human experience. But if we start with the we're spirit part, you know, what did we call those at one time? Fruits of spirit?
Your fruits of the spirit.
Fruits of the
Yeah, I
spirit.
think so.
Yeah.
So fruit of the spirit, just like anything else. And wish Eric was here to explain fruit trees left and right, but they let go and they go to the ground and they use what they had surrounded themselves with to anchor or fertilize that next
And
process,
feed all the little critters around.
which
it.
is growth of the new.
Mhm.
Growth of the new. So let's go ahead and cultivate some growth of new with meditation.
Okay.
You want to lead? Would you like me to lead? What's coming through you now? Do you have something that's perking?
Well, yeah, the big thing for me when I read this last night
Yeah.
was not totally about kindness, but about choice.
Okay.
You know, and I think choice is one of the greatest gifts that we have, and to recognize that we always have choice. We always have the choice of how we are going to respond.
So you do have thoughts percolating within you.
Well, one or two.
One or two. Let's turn those over to Spirit and let you be the words.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So as we breathe into this time that we share this morning, that we share with one another and that we share with Spirit, we open our hearts and our minds to Spirit for that.
It's a nice cadence.
Yeah.
Spirit's talking back. Let's see what's going on.
Oh. Sounds like it's coming from across the room.
Is it from behind the piano? Outside? What?
Okay.
Shall we try that again?
Yeah.
You can always start over.
Yeah. So we always have choice. I think that was one of the very earliest things on my path that I learned, and probably one of the most important things, that regardless of what is happening to me, what is happening in my life, what is happening around me, what is happening in the world, I always have choice about how I respond to that. And when I don't take the opportunity to choose how I'm going to respond, is when I get into trouble. When I react the way, not CNN necessarily, but when I react the way the news wants me to react, because these are the things that they're putting in my face. You know, when you look at all of the news, and Ellen Davenport's little article that she had on unity.org about how we get through these stressful times. She talks about losing it.
She talks about the different choices we get to make when we go through all this stress and chaos.
Right. But, you know, the choice is ours. The choice is ours. And so we can choose to just be overwhelmed by what's going on, or we can choose to think differently. And so kindness being the example today in the Daily Word. If I choose kindness, if I choose love, then I am putting goodness back into the world. I'm putting it into the people that I think about. And, you know, one of the things that we do as chaplains and as our prayer team is that we read our prayer list on a daily basis, and we send good energy. We send positive thoughts and positive energy to all of those people that are on our prayer list.
And we send that positive energy because we don't see their illness. We see that which is true and strengthened within them.
Right.
And that's also, I see what you're doing every time you make a choice to choose that love first.
Right.
It's a great thing.
Yeah. So, and eventually then it can become a habit. It can become, this is how I respond. This is how I do it. Or at least I slow down. You know, it's like walking into the building yesterday, and there was a lot of stress going on and a lot of anxiety. And I just came in and sat down and started visualizing peace, just bringing peace into the building, into the people that were here, into the folks that had work to do to bring things together so that we could have our program broadcast and, you know, reach out to people and support Mark. What a wonderful talk he gave.
Well, yes, and I enjoyed really talking with him later, at least via email and so forth too. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. Of course, with everything going on in Dallas Joyce, and again, I'm going to apologize because I know I was the rage in the room, and that was a choice I made, but I can't put any excuses behind it because I go back to that human state. That's a habit I taught myself a long time ago, is if I'm loud about it, people will stay away from me when I have all this commotion going on. So I have just a breath and air long enough so Spirit can give me that quick message I need to fix it. It always happens, but I can't do it when there's all sorts of commotion around.
Yeah.
And when everybody, and I don't want to say was coming in out of sequence, but the person I was waiting for at 8 o'clock that showed up right when all this stuff started happening and Mark zooming in, I'm not going to make excuses. We want to free that. I could have made different choices, and I pointed that out later. And I am grateful that you guys held that space and gave me my space, because that was freeing too.
Yeah.
I needed to listen, and that's what we do when we do this.
Yes. Yeah, meditation is about listening.
Being aware and watching
Yeah.
what's going on and kind of picking up the cues are there if we're awake to pay attention, be present.
Yeah, because everything I had was already in my head. I read so much and talked to so many people, but got to a certain point where I needed to focus.
Mm-hmm.
We need to focus on God.
Yeah.
So if you focus on that first voice or that first inner knowing, those choices become easier.
Right. So whether you call it love, whether you call it kindness, whether you call it peace, whatever it is, but that inner state of connection with spirit, that power that is not totally outside of ourselves, but is outside, inside, all around, that is us.
That's your moment to do your inner calling
Yeah,
and listen for the response.
Yeah.
And pull it forward.
right. And to be the power of peace in that moment was delightful. Because I could hear the activity going on, but I wasn't there in that activity. I was here in peace, and I could feel that peace radiating out from me to all of the people that were in the room, all the people that anxiously wanted to help, and offer ideas and can,
Adding to the confusion.
No, I just need to figure out where the end of this plug goes. Why is it a plug? Okay. So anyway,
Yeah,
and it's nice to do that in community. And it's nice to actually sit there and talk about what we can do to support each other when it's over.
yeah,
Yeah. Or just take over and do that support in that moment. It's great. And to watch it all was just a blessing. Because actually everything ended up being fine.
yes,
Yeah. As long as we
Don't
stay connected in the moment.
yeah.
Let's connect.
Okay. Yeah, and I loved how Mark was involved, but he too was holding peace.
Yes.
I mean, I could see it and I could feel it. He too was holding peace.
Hey, everybody can go back and watch it because we had permission to post the whole thing on it.
Oh, wow.
So it's from when the connection started and the microphone actually got turned on, right at the end of the prayer.
Ah.
So all you can hear is the last couple words.
Oh.
So that's when, I realized that the peace was there. Because everything started to flow naturally.
Yeah. Good. Good. So we have these opportunities that come into our life to bring an experience where we can practice. We can practice choosing what it is and how it is that we want to respond to a certain situation. I've been going through some health issues with my body, and a lot of it is still new to me and still unknown. And I'm not sure, what direction I need to move in or where I need to go, or I've chosen my doctor. He is my leader. And so I'm trusting that process. And, but symptoms come up and then they subside and then they come back and then they go away. And then it's like, okay, now what? So it's a very interesting process, and it's not easy to stay in peace during all of that. But the choice is mine. Nobody's asking me to feel anyway. The choice is mine. And it's a spiritual choice. It's a spiritual growth experience for me to say, okay, I don't need to worry about that. God's got this. Whatever it is, whatever it is. And amazing things happen. And, the right doctors appear at the right time to help clarify what's happening. And to, my son has come up a couple of times to go to appointments with me and had gone with me to appointments in Seattle. And just amazing, loving support from my biological family.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So it's really been a good experience as I release and I focus on, this is all okay. This is good. This is health. This is leading to health. So we choose whether it's love, kindness, and all of it's love.
It is.
All of it's love. All of it is love. And that's somewhere in Romans. I'm not. That's somewhere. Whatever you do it with love. That's Paul's saying.
It is a Paul saying.
Yeah.
Let's breathe that in now.
Yeah.
Let's let that go. All those thoughts that are on this plane on the outside can vaporize for a little bit.
Yeah. So
And just sit in that silence and know.
and be the love.
And be the love.
And be the love. Just allow love to be who you are, to express through you, to feel all of the parts and events in your body. Just invite love to come in and be. I am love. I am love. I choose to be love. I choose to go to God first. I choose to release anxiety, fear, discordance. I choose to send that love that I am out to all people in my community, to my friends, to my HOA society, to people who are traveling on the road with me, family, people on the planet in other places, people in India, people in Ukraine, in Russia, in Europe, people in Florida, New York. Let each and every one of us make that choice today. The choice for good, knowing that it's all good. The choice to be kind to myself and to others. And the choice to be love. I love the way of mastery says it, to be loved, loving, and lovable. And so it is.
Thank you, ladies,
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
for sharing space and peace and all that. Well, that ends another Monday midday meditation. Next week, we will not be live in the sanctuary because we'll all be traveling about. So one of us will pick it up and go from there, and we'll see what happens. So we'll be live, though, on Facebook. This is Tim from Squam and Reverend Donna Little and Chaplain Sandra Blanchard saying goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.